The stadium lights had barely woken up when something impossible happened, something so quiet, so subtle, that only the most obsessed baseball eyes caught it. A whisper of a swing. A blur of motion. A sound like thunder trapped inside a single heartbeat. It was the moment the world realized, Shohei Ohtani was back to being the monster they feared, and the miracle they cherished. At first, nobody understood what they were witnessing. A man recovering from injury, a man changing positions, a man carrying the heaviest expectations in sports, yet stepping onto the 2025 season like he had been designed in a hidden baseball laboratory under Dodger Stadium. From spring training on, there was electricity in the air whenever he walked into the batter's box. Not noise, not cheering, electricity, the kind that tightens your spine and slows time. Every swing felt like a prediction. Every home run felt like a prophecy being fulfilled. By April, people weren't asking if he was back, they were asking how long the league could survive this version of Ohtani. His home runs weren't rising into the sky anymore. They were leaving the earth, ripping through ballparks like they insulted him. There was one game in late April where the pitcher threw a 100 miles per hour fastball to the very top of the zone, exactly where only two players alive could even touch it. Ohtani didn't just touch it. He detonated it. The camera couldn't track the ball. The fans didn't react immediately. They gasped first, screamed second, and only later realized they had seen one of the farthest home runs of the entire season. By May, pitchers weren't pitching to him. Not because they feared home runs, they feared humiliation. They feared ending up in the next morning's highlight reel with their soul exiting their body. But the story of Ohtani's 2025 MVP season wasn't about power alone. It was about presence. Whenever he stepped onto the field, the Dodgers felt taller. The crowd felt louder. The moment felt bigger. He didn't dominate games, he warped them. And yet, beneath all the glory, there was something human. Something quiet. Something almost painful. Because 2025 wasn't just a comeback, it was a redemption arc. The world had doubted him after surgery. Will he ever pitch again? Is this the end of the two-way legend? Can he still be the best in the world as only a hitter? Ohtani heard it all. Pretended he didn't. But he did, and every swing this season answered a question someone had asked. There was a night in June, Dodgers vs. Giants, where the stadium felt too big, too loud, too heavy. But Ohtani walked into the batter's box like he was stepping into silence. The pitch came inside, a cutter meant to jam him. Instead, he pulled his hands in, turned his hips, and launched a ball so high and so deep that even the pitcher turned around before Ohtani finished his follow-through. The camera caught his eyes afterward. Focused. Calm, cold, like a warrior who wasn't celebrating battle, just completing it. His ops began climbing. 0.950, 0.990, 1.030, 1.080. By July, he wasn't just leading the National League. He was leading baseball. There's a moment fans won't forget. A humid night in Texas. Ninth inning. Dodgers down by 2. A runner on first. 2 outs. The crowd chanting his name like they were daring fate to intervene. Ohtani stared at the pitcher. The pitcher stared back. Everyone in the stadium knew exactly what both men wanted. The first pitch was a slider in the dirt. No swing. The second, fastball on the corner. Strike. The third, another fastball, but this time Ohtani's hands twitched. The world held its breath. Fourth pitch. Hanging sweeper. He launched it so violently, so unapologetically, that even the Rangers broadcast team fell silent. The ball didn't leave the stadium, it escaped it. Into the night air. Into legend. Tie game. Dodgers won in extras. But that wasn't the highlight. The highlight was what happened after the game. Ohtani didn't pump his fist. Didn't roar. Didn't celebrate like a superhero saving the day. He simply nodded. As if saying, this is what I came back for. August didn't slow him down. It accelerated him. Pitchers stopped challenging him entirely. Walks piled up. The Dodgers' protection behind him meant every mistake pitch was a funeral for the baseball. His swing became poetry. His approach became science. His presence became fear. But then came the moment that defined his season, maybe his entire career. A late-season showdown against the Padres. First place on the line. The Dodgers needed Ohtani, not just as a star, but as a leader. Fifth inning. Runners on the corners. 1 out. A massive shift in tension rippled through the ballpark. You could feel the season tilting. The pitcher tried to get cute. A cutter inside. Ohtani fouled it back. Then a splitter. Low. He held off. And then, something rare. A mistake. A middle fastball. What Ohtani did next wasn't baseball. It was a declaration. The sound off the bat didn't echo. It cracked the night open. The crowd erupted before the ball landed. A 3-run missile. The Dodgers took the lead and never surrendered it. His teammates mobbed him in the dugout, but even then, he didn't scream. He didn't pound his chest. He smiled, softly, almost shyly. Because the thing people forget is this. Shohei Ohtani doesn't play for attention. He plays for mastery. September arrived like a crown. His stats were unreal. League-leading numbers everywhere. Hard hit rates that broke charts. Home runs that silenced entire cities. An aura no algorithm could measure. Broadcasters ran out of adjectives. Fans ran out of superlatives. Opponents ran out of plans. Every ballpark he visited sold out. Every kid in the stands held a sign with his name. Every adult whispered to their friends, "We're watching greatness. Real greatness." The final week of the season, he delivered one last memory, a towering, final statement home run that sealed the MVP conversation before the ballots were even printed. And when he rounded the bases, he didn't rush. Didn't slow. Just ran with the quiet confidence of a man who knew he had rewritten the story of his own comeback. When the 2025 NL MVP announcement finally came, there was no shock. No suspense. Just confirmation. Shohei Ohtani wasn't back. He was better. He had turned doubt into fuel, pressure into art, expectation into history. And maybe that's the real magic of this season. Not the home runs. Not the stats. Not even the awards. But the reminder that sometimes, once in a generation, a player doesn't just play the game. He elevates it. He bends it. He beautifies it. He redefines it. Shohei Ohtani's 2025 MVP season wasn't about numbers. It was about believing again. Hoping again. Witnessing the impossible again. And years from now, when fans talk about this season, they won't remember every swing or every highlight. They'll remember how it felt. Like watching a miracle in slow motion. Like witnessing a legend in real time. Like greatness, pure, undeniable greatness, standing right before us.